What's good, everybody? Welcome to Hot 97 News. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories across the country. We made it to Friday. It is February 6th, and I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ronzel with 2 N's.
What's happening?
And Million.
Hey.
It is still Black History Month.
Yeah.
Amen.
And usually we give you 1 minute of Black excellence. Yes, with Rondell with 2 N's.
You did.
But every Friday of Black History Month, we're going to hit you with a Black fact.
Hello.
Amen. Okay. So your Black fact today is there are chains at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty's feet as a symbol of abolishing slavery. So we can show you what that looks like. The broken shackle and chain sits at the statue's right foot, and then the chain disappears beneath the dress and then reappears in front of her left foot with the end link broken. And you can see that on the second picture we have there for you. And it was dedicated in 1886 as a symbol that celebrated the Union's victory in the American Civil War and the abolition of slavery. There was a man named Edouard de la Boulaye. He was a French political thinker who first proposed the idea of a great monument as a gift from France to the United States because he was a firm supporter of President Abraham Lincoln and his fight for ending slavery. But after the statue's dedication in 1886, the black press said, wait a minute, America is still very racist. And let it be known that racism and discrimination towards African Americans did not end after the Civil War or with the dedication of the statue. It continued on for more than a century, in fact. So as a result, the statue was not a symbol of freedom and justice for all, but the bitter irony of America saying they were now a just and free society for all people, regardless of race, when it couldn't have been further from the truth for all black people. So your real black fact is America has been pretending to like black people for centuries.
Oh. That Black Fact Friday. Black Fact Friday, baby.
So was the Statue of Liberty that was a black woman then? We saying we claiming that as a black person?
No.
No, son. Because you see how they tried to hide the chains up under the dress or whatever? Yeah, no, that's not no black woman, dog.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
just in that, imagine you put up a statue that say, we did it.
Yeah.
We're ending slavery and it's, freedom for all. And then people are still just being treated like crap down south. Like, wait a minute, what is this?
Right.
That's why they had to hide the chains up under her. Like, they had to hide them. They ain't, they couldn't give us a full-on breaking up the chains.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Okay, well, into the news of the day. Trump is very serious about wanting to pass the SAVE Act, and he posted this to True Social about it, and he said that Americans' elections are rigged, stolen, and a laughing stock all over the world. He said we're either going to fix them or we won't have a country any longer. So he's asking all the Republicans to fight for the Save America Act. With that, all voters would have to show voter ID. All voters would have to show proof of United States citizenship to register to vote, and there would be no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel.
No mail-in ballots? I kind of like I kind of like the
Yeah?
mail-in ballots. Yeah. I don't think anybody should ever. I think you should always have to go in and do your votes. I don't think you should ever be able to mail in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you never know what can happen if somebody takes your mail, get lost. You know what I mean? X, Y, Z. Like, it's a bunch of things that can happen. It happen with you mailing in anything. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But you going in and actually having to physically make your vote.
Yeah.
I think I like that better.
Well, honestly, I always thought about the blue boxes, the mail drop boxes that you put the mail in. Like, whatever happens to the votes that get tarnished in any way, if somebody says, I'm going to dump my coffee in here, I'm going to set it on fire, I'm going to knock it over with my car or something like that. Because it's kind of happened in the past where it's like, man, if there were a bunch of mail-in ballots in there, like, what happens?
Exactly. Especially if you knew that the people were dropping in their ballots in there. It's like, oh, my bad. Oh, I didn't know that all these mail ballots. I didn't know that.
Is this a historically blue or red city?
Yeah,
Probably a lot of blue or red votes in here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. I kind of see where he's coming from though, because there's a couple of states out here that does not allow for people to have like driver's licenses when you actually do go to the voter polls. Although we're talking about registration right now, it's still like, I don't know. I just don't see the big hype, like the big hoopla of why it's so wrong to just show your birth certificate, why it's like wrong that you need to show that you're a citizen when you register. I mean, we do it in essence already. This doesn't seem that bad.
it is also about showing your ID when you get to the polls. So the people who do not support this actually kind of liken it to Jim Crow 2.0. That's specifically Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. He hates this idea. And the opponents who speak out about this often say that this kind of thing would primarily be a burden on African Americans, on Native Americans, on low-income people, elderly people, and student voters, because it's just, maybe I don't have my ID, or maybe I don't have the money to go and get the ID, or whatever the case may be. And they feel like this is just a barrier to being able to vote. Republicans say that it's ridiculous, and that requiring your ID to be able to vote would just make sure everybody is voting who needs to be voting. Everybody is truly a citizen, and it just makes the elections more secure. In fact, Trump was talking about this at the National Prayer Breakfast, and here's what he said.
Voter identification. When you go to the polls, you show yes, my name is so-and-so and I live in the country. I'm here, I can vote. They say that's not allowed. And everyone's trying to figure it out. And they do something to win. You know what it is? They cheat. But let's get on to another subject. No, at that, they're the finest, probably anywhere in the world, I would say. But we're trying to pass voter ID and other things having to do with your religion. And getting the Democrats to vote is very, very tough.
What is he talking about with religion? I don't understand.
I, too, was wondering.
What does that have to do with voting?
What that meant. But he was at a National Prayer Breakfast.
Oh.
So I don't know. He kind of slipped that in there. I, too, was wondering.
Yeah.
But I was like,
religion has nothing to do with voting.
I honestly left that in the clip just so you guys knew that there's something to do with religion that's kind of being floated around here, because I didn't miss that. But the whole point was, he was saying Democrats are usually opposing the whole voter photo ID thing in a way where he feels like that's ridiculous. Mind you, only 36 states require voters to show some form of ID at the polls. So some states don't. 14 states and Washington, D.C. actually generally do not require an ID to vote.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought every state you had to show your ID.
I'm pretty sure in Georgia you do.
Yeah, you
right?
definitely. Yeah, you definitely do. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I've showed my ID when I voted.
Right.
I mean, unless I'm just going to different voting polls that y'all are going from. I mean,
no. Actually, no. When I lived in North Carolina, I swear I didn't have to have one. But this says you do have to in North Carolina. I never voted in North Carolina, but yeah, man. I personally understand the people who just say, just have your ID. Because the argument, in my opinion, that the people who don't have their ID thus would be held back from this, like that whole argument, means that those people may not be keyed in enough to go get their ID so they can vote. Like, if you don't know enough about the issues, because, to me, I know so much about these issues that I'm like, oh, let me go make sure I vote. I know exactly who I want to be running. I know exactly what the issues are, and I need to make my voice heard. If you're not even going to try to get an ID in the months, years leading up to the next election, and then you get to election day and you say, well, I don't have my ID, so they're holding me back. You didn't even try. I mean, did you try? Did you try?
Here's what I think should happen for voting, and I've put this idea out there many times. I think there needs to be a test before you go vote. I think you need to take a test before you go vote, and you need to test on the politics, and you need to listen.
Do you know your history?
What?
They used to make black people take tests to be able to vote.
Oh, I don't remember this.
On Black History Month, you could say something like that.
Hey,
they barred us from. That was a strategy they used to stop us from voting. Actually,
my bad, players. Okay, my bad.
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm thinking I'm coming up with something new.
We gotta take a black card away for just a couple of days.
I guarantee you, there's more black people out there that didn't know that fact. I promise you.
Just
I'm not the only one.
days, bro. I'm gonna hold it for just a couple of days.
I promise you, there's more black people that don't know that. I promise you, that's not something that everybody knows, bro.
Yeah, no, but honestly, to your point, I agree if it's for everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
At this point, we need just to make sure you actually understand the issues before you can go vote and change the rules for the people who do.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of just being a citizen, though. You don't necessarily have to know everything. I like the fact that you don't have to know in order to vote. You can still make a change even though you don't know. I love that. Actually,
Yeah.
that's part of just being an American. You don't have to know everything.
Well, see, and I guess my argument to it is what just happened specifically with Trump supporters this time around, because there have been times where Democrats have voted Democrat and then been very upset with their decision. So this is not just to, pick on Trump supporters, but I've heard that more than almost any other election in my young history of learning about this stuff and knowing about this stuff and being keyed into it, that people who voted for Trump, who regret their decision. I personally feel like that is their fault for not doing the research. He went across the country and campaigned and didn't give any kind of detail on how he was going to pull some of this stuff off. So people who voted for Trump and support what Trump is doing, I feel like that's amazing for them because the system worked the way they wanted it to work. You vote for somebody, they are ushering in the way you want life to be, great. But if you vote for somebody and they're ushering in a whole different world you didn't see coming, how did you not see that coming? Why didn't you press them for information? Why wasn't that more important for you to look into before you gave them the vote that now has impacted the way all of us live? And you voted and you had no clue. So I'm kind of with you a little bit as long as it applies to everybody.
Well, yeah, let's just take it back then. If that, you know what I'm saying? We already done it before. Let's do it again. All right, let's do it again for everybody. Yes, man. Because look, bro, to your point, you were saying that everybody can just vote. That's just American way. This, that, and the third. If you don't know about politics, you should be able to vote. I don't think that's correct because this is like. You're just voting just to vote at that point. You know what I mean? You don't even know what you're voting for.
No clue.
And here's the thing. I am a victim of that because I was not knowledgeable of politics and stuff. I guarantee this midterm, oh, brother, I'm going in there and I'm doing my due diligence.
Yeah.
Because y'all taught me a lot of things. But, in the past, I've just went there and people say, hey, you're not supposed to vote for this person. You're not supposed to vote for that person. Vote for this person. Cool.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
I didn't know who I was voting for and why I was voting for him. You know what I mean? My vote counted, but at the same point, it's like I didn't even know why I was voting for this person.
Yeah.
So it's stupid in that opinion. I should have been able to be knowledgeable about who I'm voting for. That's all I'm saying.
I get you, but again, we've seen it throughout history, and I could actually see people using loopholes around this and saying, hey, you have to get a certain percentage. You have to, in order for you to even vote, you have to get a certain percent in order to vote. And it's like, wow, so I have to read. I have to do all this other stuff.
That's normal.
Granted, but right, that's normal.
Yes.
Right, that's normal, but there's not a lot of, that's not fair to the citizens that don't choose to be educated, that don't choose to, like, if I'm a fry cook, why do I need to read? I just want to participate.
You're making a good point, actually, because if you're saying like, hey, you have to be able to read this document and I don't know how to read, maybe I don't know how to read, but I do understand the issue and I do still want to be able to vote. That's a really good point.
Because, there's a lot of people that are just down and out that just didn't grow up in the school system.
For sure.
That we did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we start barring them out. That almost creates like a class of elitism. I could see it going completely wrong if we do
I hear you.
like that.
That's true.
I hear you.
So then I guess the question would be like, what do you do? Because it does seem like, and honestly, I don't know if you've ever gone to the polls and read some of those things, but some of them are confusing.
Very confusing.
And you're like, the language is like, wait a minute, so this means what? What am I voting on? This is like for it, right? Or does this mean that they're going to take it away if I vote yes? Or is no you don't know. And I feel like sometimes they intentionally make that confusing for like people who have been trying to pay attention. So I don't know. I don't know what we do at this point.
Yeah, that is tough because even in media right now, they tell us to make headlines that a third grader could read because that's like the average amount that people in America could read at. But when you get these bills, that's like collegiate level bills that people just don't even understand. So I get it, but not everybody. That's just the way of the world right now.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I guess it's a double-edged sword. So I agree with you, and also agree that people should be able to be more knowledgeable about what they're going in to vote. But I also agree that does shun out a lot of people that just want to be a part of what's going on. So I definitely agree, 100%.
Maybe it's a situation where there's a written and an oral test, and the threshold to pass is very low.
Like a 30%.
Like you gotta be like, right,
30%.
You get 20% of these, all good.
Yeah, you're good
if
to
you
go.
don't know anything about anything,
yeah.
my guy, you gotta go, dude. We'll see you next time.
Yes.
I can agree to that.
I can get behind that
I
one.
can agree with that.
Okay, but you know what is starting today? In Florida, driver's license exams will only be offered in English. So this applies statewide. It affects all of the testing locations. It applies to all driver's license classifications, including the written exams, the road tests, the oral exams. Interpreters will no longer be allowed for any oral exams. The printed exams is going to be in English, period. All other languages are going to be removed, and they are not playing. Starts today.
Do they know what state they got this in? This you talking about Spanish Central, like
Exactly.
Latina Central,
Mini Cuba.
Like what? Like that don't even make no sense, bruh. That makes no sense to even put it all in English. But here's the thing: there's people don't realize, just like you said, Million. A lot of people can't read or write, so English. To English people don't even make sense sometimes. So you're going to take a written or like half them people don't even know how to read or write. So it don't even matter like where you put it at. That's stupid to me. I think that's dumb.
That sounds like some real laws being broken right there.
Yeah,
like
Oh yeah.
that sounds like discrimination in a sense. Like there's no way that they're able to do that. Just make everything English. Oh, that's crazy. Because I hate when I hear those like old people that's like, oh, if you're gonna be speaking, you need to be speaking in English.
Yeah.
Shit. I hate when I hear that because it's like if they're an American citizen, they
Right.
can speak in whatever language they want.
Right. Ain't nobody talking to you. Why do you care what
Right.
language I'm speaking? I'm
Exactly.
not talking
Right.
to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I agree. So there are pros and cons to this. The people who would support, well, I'll say the people who don't support, obviously are saying like this kind of seems a little racist. This isolates a lot of people who may be American citizens who may not know English as much, and that's kind of not fair. The people who would support something like this would probably argue, I guess, that road signs are in English. So you do need to make sure you know English to be able to actually navigate the roadways. And if you know for sure all of the road rules back and forth, you know what I mean, then you won't be in situations where somebody is breaking the rules and you're not sure, did you really understand that? Not that they wouldn't be able to understand that. I'm just talking about just the pros for this that I've heard.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. And then it's like, dang, now that I'm thinking about it, you would have to make it English or like Spanish primarily because there's a lot of people that come here that don't speak
Right.
those two languages in general. So they have to learn English regardless.
That and, when its sign says yield, do you know what yield means? Can you read yield? Can you read stop? Can you read right turn only? Can you read right turn only on red or no right turn on red? Like, can you read that stuff? That's where I do feel like you got a point because that would take down the possibility of getting in accidents. But, it does. It would isolate a lot of people. So, I mean, I don't know. If you're saying like the country's first language is English and our primary language is English, you would need to make sure if you want to drive around the people who live here who speak English, you know how to read the road rules. I get it.
Well,
I get it.
To that point, I think everything when it comes to driving is like universal. I don't think there is too much difference between like our driving and I've only been to Colombia, so I mean Colombia and Mexico. So I mean they all have red light, green lights, and yellow lights. Yield signs are pretty much all the same. Stop signs are pretty much all the same.
Stop isn't the same in Spanish. Or
stop
French.
Signs.
Or
You know what a stop sign looks like.
You know what? I went to Mexico.
What does the stop signs look like?
I don't remember actually what the stop signs look like. In fact, I don't remember seeing stop signs. And actually, like the roads that I was in Puerto Vallarta, and when the way their roads were set up, first of all, a lot of it was cobblestone. Like they had just done work to even get a paved road in some cases. But like it did seem like, I don't know. The road was, I couldn't have driven on it.
No, well,
I would have felt like because they knew what was going on, but I did not.
100%. But to that point, it is okay. So when I went to Colombia, that is a what? Stop sign.
So you guys can't see this, but they pulled up for us what a stop sign in Mexico looks like. It does look just like an American stop sign.
Yeah, man.
It just says alto on it.
It's not too much difference between driving and either it's the other side of the road or this, but there's not too much difference between driving. Like y'all making it sound like driving is just this totally different thing in America than what it is overseas in these other countries. I don't think it's that big of a difference. Granted, I ain't never visited every overseas.
Yeah.
So,
but think about it like this. It's not just Spanish. It's other countries, other people. We got Koreans here, like miles per hour, MPH. In Korean, it's Sigandang.
Please.
Sigandang Mal. So you would need to know what miles per hour is in order to tell what the miles per hour is. I'm just saying.
We have Koreans that we work with who are laughing behind the scenes. It's a joke.
I'm being for real though. It's not just Spanish. It's not just French. It's universal. If you're gonna come here, you have to know the language to drive on the road.
No, for sure.
Yeah. I get it. Specifically for situations where it says like no right turn on red. Not that everybody always, complies by those rules, but there are some things that you would want to make sure you know how to read that you're gonna see in English out here in these streets.
Right.
But to your point, yeah, I mean it's not,
I don't think it's crazy different. You know what I mean? So
different.
that's all.
Yeah.
It is if it's like a completely different language.
That's true.
So you have to learn it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In bigger news that's really everywhere, we just kind of want to dip a toe into the news before we really got into some of the thicker stuff, because some of this stuff is kind of hard to talk about. And that includes what's happening with NBC News anchor Savannah Guthrie's mom. Nancy Guthrie's 84 years old. She was abducted from her home last weekend, and apparently there are now imposters trying to profit off of her disappearance. And the FBI is saying, actually, play around and do this if you want to. We will prosecute you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, because this is a big deal. At least one person has been arrested for making an imposter ransom demand. And it's crazy when you think about just what this family is going through. Thinking somebody might be sitting at home trying to figure out how they can make money off of that is crazy. But what happened here is at least one person has been arrested for making an imposter ransom demand. He's been identified as Derek Kayea. He's a 42-year-old man who lives in Los Angeles, and officials say that he sent fake imposter ransom texts to a couple of people in the Guthrie family demanding Bitcoin in connection with the disappearance of their mom. So specifically, it was Nancy Guthrie's daughter, Annie, and her husband, her son-in-law, Nancy's son-in-law. And an example of the message is quoted in the court docs that people have been reporting is that, and I quote, "Did you get the Bitcoin? We're waiting on our end for the transaction." And those texts were sent shortly after the family released that public video that we showed everybody yesterday. Basically saying like, hey, we just want some proof of life for our mom in this age of AI, essentially. Like, we just want to make sure it's all real and that she's safe. And so investigators say that the phone data show that he also made a brief call to a Guthrie family member minutes after those texts. It's about 9 seconds long. But authorities ended up tracing the call back and found his email account, found where he lives. And according to the court documents, he reportedly admitted to sending those messages using a VoIP account, VoIP account, and said that he basically pulled the family's information from a cyber website just to see if they would respond after following this case on TV.
I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew that at some point somebody was going to try to profit off this. Y'all are sick, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all have too much time on your hands. Y'all are sick. I knew this was going to happen. They were going to figure out a way to say, oh, okay, bet. Let's go in there and let's do our own little ransom.
Yep.
I knew either that or a GoFundMe or something was going to happen to where they were going to try to profit off this lady. And that's messed up. Y'all are sick, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all are sick.
Now, the reward has been raised to $50,000. So yesterday we were talking about how the reward was $2,500. The FBI's raised that award to $50,000. And Savannah Guthrie's brother just dropped a different video, and we'll let you hear a piece of that.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
So he still kind of appears to be reading something, still very strong in how he's coming off, and because a lot of people, again, would be just besides themselves with grief. And, so he apparently dropped that after they missed the deadline. According to the FBI, there were two deadlines that the ransom letter had. The official ransom letter that the FBI seems to be taking seriously had in it. The first one was 5 p.m. on Thursday, and the next deadline is set for Monday, this upcoming Monday.
So they ain't paid yet?
They haven't paid. They haven't been contacted again by the people who sent the letter they are taking seriously, because apparently there have been multiple ransom letters actually sent to news outlets similarly, and the FBI is kind of seemed to be at least taking this one seriously.
Yeah, they better stop playing with these folks. They better stop playing with these folks, man. Like, I wouldn't take, if it was my mom, I wouldn't take none of this lightly when it comes to like ransoms, and I'm trying to send you the money immediately. However I can. Quick, fast, hurry, get it over.
To their point, though, with things like AI, you never know if it's real or if it's fake. And imagine if another ransom note came out and you gave it to the wrong person.
Yes.
For sure.
Now
Yes.
you're just out even more
Yep.
money.
No,
I understand
100%.
you want to give everything out, but you got to still be strategic, think smartly about it.
Yeah. So the FBI says that they are trying to take every thing they get in seriously, every lead, every tip, but they do have to walk that line because to your point, yeah, we can't just be giving money out
True.
and be, oops, I didn't actually have the mom. You know what I mean? So, it's a very, very sad situation. And, we're going to keep an eye on it for any updates on that. In the meantime, there is officially now a Trump RX. It has been unveiled and is a website designed to save the people money on prescription medications. So we can show you what this website actually looks like because I just went on to trumprx.com, I think it's called, and you can type in what you're looking for, and apparently it'll just kind of pop up and show you what they have available there. No, there's not like that many drugs on there right now, but I mean, it does significantly take the price down because the U.S., we were paying way more than other developed countries for a lot of these prescription drugs. So they kind of give you some before and afters and some comparisons of what other countries are spending on the exact same drug.
We got to give DT some credit on this.
Now
one.
that I will.
We
that-
got to give him some
I
credit
give him
on
a-
this
I
one.
will-
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
caveat,
and
what's the-
the only caveat is there are technically coupons that you can get from this website, and they don't actually work everywhere.
Yeah, it works at specific pharmaceutical companies and pharmaceuticals pharmacies that actually agreed to sign up with DT on this. Yeah.
We have to go to a quick break, but we're going to pick this up
All
on
right,
the other
for sure,
side. We'll
for
see you.
sure,
Okay,
for
okay,
sure.
okay.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all. That's
Let's
it.
go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where's my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News. When we left you guys, we were talking about Trump RX. So if we can pull that website back up, and we're going to go to the middle/end of the video to really show you what this website is looking like. So again, I don't want to take anything away from Trump on this because I just don't even understand how he pulled this off. Actually, technically I do. He made some agreements with some of these manufacturers about basically saying like, we'll kind of give you some help on tariffs. Maybe we don't charge you for the tariffs, or we give you an exemption from the tariffs, I should say, and just other things that they've worked out to make this thing possible. So here's what I did. I went through and I actually clicked on some of these medications so you could see what it literally looks like when you go. You see that coupon? Mm-hmm. Okay, so technically if there were different levels to the medicine, I don't know like how to say that because I'm not a doctor. If there were different degree, like maybe it's 25 milligrams or 50 milligrams, you would print out the coupon and then you would take that to the pharmacy. Oh. But like I was saying, not all pharmacies take it. So while this is amazing for the places where this works, what if you did show up with a coupon and they're like, what is this? That'd be so embarrassing.
If you show up with a coupon, and they decline you, just take it to a pharmacy where they do offer it. This is agreeing. Like, this is all good in my book with Donald Trump. He really lowered a lot of these prices. I'm looking at it right now. It says he lowered the prices of insulin on his website from $200 to $25. Mm-hmm. Like, that is crazy. Mm-hmm. With just one coupon. He's a businessman and he's showing that he knows how to make them deals.
I would consider this a huge win for Trump. The fact that the companies agreed to this, I don't know what they did, again, like in the minutia of the details, because I'm like, who's funding this? How is this possible? They can just slash their profits and everybody's cool with it. But whatever they did to work this out would make things cheaper.
If it actually works. If it actually works.
If it actually works. Because there are some that you'll look down and you'll see that maybe there's one address in Atlanta, one pharmacy in Atlanta, one pharmacy in Indiana, one pharmacy in, that it applies to. Mm-hmm. So you would have to check that first. And in some cases, it's not go to a pharmacy, it's go to the website. So they're really connecting you with these lower prices, not that they're giving you like a discount, but it's just... I mean, no complaints if you...
Right, that's what I'm saying. If I needed these drugs, you know what I'm saying? He lowered it for us, and I got to give him some kudos for that. Give him some kudos for that.
Okay, so we'll have our eye on that. We also have our eye on the Olympics.
Yes.
Man.
I'm excited.
Here we are. I'm pretty sure, like, isn't today like the first day opening ceremony?
They played
technically it was
yesterday. They played yesterday.
Yeah.
Some games are going on yesterday.
Couple events on the 4th. So that was a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. But yes, opening ceremony was always supposed to be today. It is in Italy this time around. There are 116 gold medals that will be contested across 16 sports, including new events like ski mountaineering, women's luge doubles, and mixed team skeleton.
Yeah, y'all know this ain't our Olympics. Y'all do know y'all know this is not what we strive at. But I did want to highlight that there are a few black people at the Olympics this year. So there's a black speed skater. Her name is Erin Jackson. There's also black bobsledders, Elena Myers Taylor and Kasha Love. And there also is a black hockey player, Layla Edwards. So yeah, there's a few black, and it's crazy as I saw Layla. They did an interview with her yesterday. I watched her interview. So we are out there, not a lot, but we are. We don't like the cold, but we're definitely at the Winter Olympics this year a little bit. So yeah.
That's fire.
That's what I
rock
said.
with that. I like that you did that research too. I didn't. Layla, a hockey player.
Layla Edwards.
That is crazy,
Crazy.
bro. Shout out to Layla, bro. Black
Layla
power.
Edwards, man.
You got to talk about on Black History Month. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
You got to
yeah,
look
yeah.
for it on Black History Month. But I will say, so obviously you watch this on NBC. They have all the rights to this. But two of the most decorated alpine skiers in history are apparently the athletes to watch. Like what everybody's talking about. You know, those clips you see online where you're like, man, why does everybody know about this sport? So this is what the people are going to be watching for, because this is what everybody's most interested in. 41-year-old Lindsey Vonn and Michaela Schifrin. They opened the World Cup season in peak form, except for one of them, Vonn. She actually just ruptured her ACL last week and still has to compete, and she still plans to compete. So that's why everybody's going to see, man, like, how's she going to do? Wow. She's still been trying to get back into it. You got Eileen Gu, who is back in freestyle skiing. Chloe Kim is in snowboarding. You got NHL players back on Olympic ice for the first time since 2014. So a lot of people are specifically looking out for how they do in the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
Do y'all watch the Winter Olympics? Be real.
I'm more of a Summer Olympics kind of guy myself.
Let's be honest. Don't be getting up here lying. Like we don't watch it.
Even as I was saying some of those sports, I'm like, man, I never heard of these words before.
Yeah, exactly. We stopped watching the Winter Olympics when Shaun White retired. Okay, once Shaun White retired, we didn't care about the Winter Olympics anymore. That's like, that
you
was
know
like
who Shaun White is?
No.
Exactly.
What?
That's when people stop watching.
That's crazy. Shaun White is like that guy.
That guy.
Redhead dude, bro. He's that guy. He was a skateboarder and snowboarder, but he was like black people's like Tony Hawk. Like he was like black people's Tony Hawk for snowboarding.
Right.
That was black people's Tony Hawk. Because black people only know one skateboarder.
And it's Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. One snowboarder, Shaun White. One BMX rider. That's Dave Mirror.
Right, you
lost
going
me.
too far.
Oh,
Yeah,
lost
you going too far. Going a little too far. Whoa. Slow down now.
But what I think is actually interesting is the Russian athletes, because we're technically still trying to help them bring down their war with Ukraine. And I always wonder, like, how can our countries be at war, but then you'll show up in the middle of these games like, what are you doing here? Don't we hate you? But apparently a handful of Russians are competing as neutral athletes, and they had to be cleared by an independent review board to ensure they have not publicly supported the war in Ukraine and are not affiliated with Russia's military or other forces.
Wow, that's
just be able to compete. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. I don't like how the Olympics is kind of getting involved in the politics. Like, you could play and kind of separate your politics from playing.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I would think so. Yeah. I mean, because they didn't make that decision.
Right.
Like, I didn't tell Putin to go to war.
Right. It's not me calling the shots. What's going on here?
I actually like it. I think America should do that with our athletes and like do a research and figure out which ones are racist. You know what I mean? If they do a deep dive in their Twitter and all that and figure out, okay, they actually made a few racist remarks.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be serving. You shouldn't be going and playing for our country. Like, no.
But you know what's interesting? Like, now that I think about it, there is a narrative in certain parts of the world where Russia is the good guy to them.
Oh, yeah.
So in that line of thinking, what's it called? America would be the bad guy.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of things America has done recently that has Europe up in a tizzy. And so I wonder, what if a bunch of countries got together and started doing that to the American athletes based on the decisions of their government? Then the American athletes would be like, we literally weren't asked about any of this. So, but it is interesting how politics plays a role in that,
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, Lindsey Vonn, I just got a message. Lindsey Vonn apparently is the ex-girlfriend of Tiger Woods.
That's wild.
I guess that's why they're watching it. Lindsey Vonn was the one who we were watching for, what was that event? That was, alpine skiers.
Oh, she's okay.
She's an alpine skier. Yes, 41-year-old Lindsey Vonn.
Was this in his heyday? Was this during his heyday?
I
wonder if it was
know.
No, it wasn't Will. It was after his heyday. Okay, gotcha.
So she was with him after the heyday.
And we all know what the heyday is. Yeah, we all know.
Tiger Woods. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We can't tell you what he just said. But anyway, yeah. No, that, Tiger Woods, not to make this conversation now about him, but he had an accident, he had some troubles, in his life. But we rock with Tiger Woods.
For sure.
Forever. Okay. Speaking of games, we also have the Patriot games. We remember this.
Oh, yes.
The
Oh,
Patriot
yes,
Games.
yes. Where we,
The Hunger Games for kids.
Yes.
Listen, so that is supposed to be going down this year. It is for America's 250th anniversary. Last year when we were talking about it, it was for 2026, and it seems so far away. But this is the year you're going to start seeing all of these 250th anniversary events. So yes, the Trump administration is planning to match teen competitors with celebrity coaches for a televised athletic contest called the Patriot Games. And so I think that's interesting. I almost don't want to say why. Actually, I will say what I said the first time. Why do they have to be teens? And I wasn't even thinking about any old crazy reason at the time.
But now.
Now.
Exactly.
But kind of in general, why do we have to watch teens from every state play? Like, why not take the best? Why not take the college athletes or like the people who just graduated college who are like the best at their craft, but maybe not going to the Olympics or, just somebody with some real time. Why do we have to watch teens play?
Right now, well, okay. There's this is what I would say.
Okay.
Right now, high school basketball, football, soccer, all that high school sports in general is huge right now.
Okay.
You got OTE, you got a lot of things surrounded around high school sports. Like it's not high school sports aren't like how they used to be anymore.
Okay.
To where it was like you don't really watch high school sports. High school sports really aren't televised like that. Nowadays, high school sports are way more watched. Some of these high school athletes are way more popular than, some of these college athletes and some of these.
Really?
1,000%.
I just have never seen, how when people get from high school and go to college, suddenly they're the low man on the totem pole and realize they suck compared to the college bigger, better guys, bigger, better girls. Why are we not watching the bigger, better girl from said sport play?
Well, I'll put it like this. Zion Williamson, this is just an example.
Okay.
Zion Williamson and Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg was played at Duke. Zion Williamson played at Duke. Both high school phenomenons. I mean, they were huge. You know what I mean? Like when they got to high school, doing crazy things. Now, Cooper Flagg's doing really good at Dallas. Zion Williamson, not so much in New Orleans. But I say that to say they were hype in high school and everybody was surrounded. Like everybody wanted to get around them. It was so much hype around those two kids to where it's like, we see where high school sports is going.
Yeah.
Some of these athletes in high school are ridiculously talented, bruh. Ridiculously talented.
I get that. I do get that, and I understand that. But I guess, is Zion Williamson better now than or when he got to college and he was in high school?
No.
He didn't improve at all.
No.
He didn't get, So he won, no.
I'm not going to say he didn't improve, but
I guess
he is not what he was when he was in high school and college.
Oh, that's
by
interesting.
Any means.
At the same time, if you were a really good volleyball player, you were playing against me in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who are you really playing against? At least by the time you get to college, you're in an element about, I'm with my peers now. I'm with people who do this. You were playing against me and I was pretty good. You were playing with people who just joined the team for fun in high school. So that's what I'm saying. What is your talent really being measured up against? So much so that we got to watch you as a country represent your state.
Well, you got to think of this, like the McDonald's games. When they do the McDonald's games for basketball and McDonald's in the high school national all-star game and all that, those are the elites of the elites of the elites playing each other when it comes to this high school stuff. Bro, if you actually sit down and watch the really good high school players play, you would be highly surprised how good these kids are, bro. It would look like you're watching a NBA or NFL or whatever, These kids are really good. They're not like how they used to be, bro. Not at all.
Not only that, but think about it, because when I'm in college, I'm prepping to go major league. I'm trying to go to the finals of everything. I want to either go to the Olympics, the NFL, the NBA, MLB. I want to go pro. I'm focused on that. I'm not worried about no Patriot games. But if I'm in high school, just imagine what a high schooler could get from actually winning the Patriot games. Colleges looks from everybody if you win those games.
What if you got hurt and then just tanked your college career? You still got stakes going from high school to college. That or you might not risk it, in which case we still wouldn't be getting the best talent. Let's say I know I'm going from high school to an NIL deal in college. Am I going to risk that for the Patriot games? Why would I put my body on the line for the Patriot games when what am I winning from that other than glory? These applications are open to athletes age 14 to 17 and does not apply to anybody who turns 18 before December 31st. So definitely nobody 18, just these, 14 to 17-year-olds. They're I get it.
I'll put it like this. We won't see we won't see the cream of the crop when it comes to the Patriots games, because a lot of those cream of the crops are, like you said, they ain't trying to get hurt before.
Why would you?
And they probably have NIL deals waiting for them at all these schools and stuff like that. We probably won't see those people, but we will see the ones right up under them for sure. The kids that need to get those looks, the kids that need to get those what?
But for what? Like, why would I need to get looks if I'm not even worried about college? I'm not even worried about like hurting myself from the deals. I'm that good that I'm going to a D1, D2, D3, whatever school. I know I'm going there. In which case, why wouldn't you take the athletes who are about to graduate college? Like, dang, I didn't go.
He said it. They trying to go. They trying to go to the league.
No. There's a point where they know I'm not going to the league. I haven't been drafted.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, the draft is over. I've got nothing to look forward to. I'm not going to the Olympics.
Well,
maybe I'm still training to try to go to the Olympics, but I've got nothing to literally do right now. Patriot games.
This doesn't serve them. The Patriots game.
This would put them, but like to your point, this would put them on the map to be like, dang, like maybe I should put them on this professional team.
Exactly.
You just won the Patriot games and you just got out of college. What you do after that?
The same thing they're doing anyway. Nothing.
Go put the fries in the bag.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
That's what they're doing anyway.
No, that's not. Because again, if you're a high schooler and you actually win, or even if you're in this circle, colleges, the whole country is looking at you. You're going to have somebody give you some looks.
That's what. But then if you were that
good,
but
the NFL isn't going to give you any looks just because you won the games.
How would they not? You couldn't go to the NFL.
No, that's not going to do nothing
after.
For you.
But that's my whole point. Like, if you were not concerned about your chances of going to college and getting hurt for college, then if you're going to go graduate from college and you don't have any prospect of doing anything anyway, but reasonably you should be better than high school seniors, wouldn't that be a better level of athleticism than a high school senior? Because you're going out to graduate college to nothing anyway. So this is your last chance at glory in that sense. Like, you're going to go figure out the real world because you're not going to the NFL, you're not going to the NBA, you're not going anywhere. Why would you not want to be like, man, it's my last competition that really matters, versus either way, I'm going to college. Like, you got more to lose at the high school level than I got to go get a real job anyway.
But if I got to go get a real job anyway, why would I, as a viewer, want to watch you? If I know that you, at that point, I'm just seeing fry cooks play each other. I want to see people that's grinding. I want to go see people grinding. I want to see people that's actually excelling.
Exactly.
Now I could watch them through their journey in college now, you know? All eyes on them. I'm preparing my kids for the Patriot games right now.
I respect that. I actually kind of respect that.
Well, there is also going to be a UFC fight on the White House lawn scheduled to take place on Trump's birthday.
Yeah, I think that's dumb.
You think it's dumb?
I think that's interesting.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think that is interesting. Again, we saw that UFC fighter saying we're performing for the elites. So that's kind of scary in itself. You're just beating each other up for the elites because we're not going to get those tickets. We're not going to get those seats.
Yeah.
It's only the people that got the real bucks that get them anyway. So I don't know.
And don't let it be two black people fighting. Bro, it's cooked. Hey, bro, if it's two black people fighting at that thing, bro, it's cooked.
Oh my God.
Or if there's one black person and they lose
and
they get beat up by
dog, it's a wrap, bro.
It's gonna set the country back.
Set the country back so hey, all you black UFC fighters, y'all better not take no deal. Okay, how much money he throwing at y'all? Do not take the fight.
So as far as like the logistics and everything, I don't know who all is paying for these events. Technically, they've said that for the UFC, at the very least, the UFC is going to pay for like the majority of the bulk of it. But then there's some taxpayer dollars that are kind of coming into play when they think about security measures and just like the logistical things that involve security with the president and the people who are going to be there and all that kind of stuff. So there is some taxpayer dollars going into this scenario. We don't know, to your point, which you've pulled up some information for us on screen here, we don't know what all sports are going to be for the Patriot games, like what all they are going to bring to the White House. But yes, the UFC says they're not seeking any taxpayer money, but there is really no way to not do this without some form of taxpayer dollars by default. Like they might not be seeking taxpayer money to pay for the event, you know, because Dana White, you know, this is amazing for Dana White, you know, getting to do this on the White House lawn.
Huge.
You know how many eyes you have for this, that would be
Huge.
insane. But there's no way to do this security wise. Like unless Dana White's gonna foot the bill for literally all of it, the Secret Service that they're gonna have to put out there.
He got the money.
He got the money.
He got the money.
If you can do this 1,000% taxpayer free.
Yeah, he got the money. He don't even pay his UFC fighters like that, so he got the money for this.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we going from here? Oh, from one sport to another. We got the Super Bowl this weekend.
Yeah.
Get the Super Bowl this weekend. It's on Sunday. Are y'all doing anything?
I don't know. I might go to a little Super Bowl party.
Okay. He's saying that because he doesn't want to invite us. We didn't want to come anyway.
Well,
That's all right.
Well, no, I'm playing.
But Bad Bunny is going to be the halftime performer.
Yeah, Bad Bunny.
He's talking. Yeah. He's not gonna air it. But yeah, some people are excited. Some people are pissed. In fact, they have come up with a whole other show for people who do not want to watch Bad Bunny. Backstory on that: Bad Bunny is a Latino performer. He is Puerto Rican. He is saying that he's going to come and bring his culture. He's going to bring the vibes. He wants it to be about the people and the community, not just like personal achievement for him. Like this is personal on a cultural level. He has not really said much about what the performance is going to look like or if there's going to be any special guests, but just that people don't need to understand Spanish to be able to enjoy it. On the other hand, you got people who are saying, why somebody who primarily speaks Spanish and barely speaks English, so they say, doing the halftime performance? We would like to enjoy this upon ourselves. So they have what, Kid Rock? They got Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
And Kid Rock.
And you know what's crazy is Kid Rock just got found. One of his lyrics was had child stuff in it. Yeah. One of his lyrics. Yeah, one of his songs is. So now everybody was getting pushed back on that and oh, this is what y'all got doing the Turning Point USA thing. It's like, oh man. But again, to my point, Nikki, why they ain't call you? I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. Nikki, you was so cool with Erica Kirk. Why they ain't call you? Because they don't rock with you like that. I told you. You're a pawn in their game. Okay.
That's a good point. So the whole lineup for the Kid Rock halftime performance is Kid Rock, who's headlining, of course, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. Yes. This is Turning Point USA's All-American halftime show. And that is, of course, Charlie Kirk's former TPUSA we're talking about before he passed. May he rest in peace. So that's that for them. And then for the actual Super Bowl pregame show, they're going to have Charlie Puth, Brandy Carlisle, and Coco Jones.
Bam. A mix of beautifulness. That's a good... you know what? I don't think I've never really understood any of Bad Bunny songs, but they all are really good. I mean, who cares what he really... You know, my favorite song is the "Hand on the Way on the Beats." It's not a Bad Bunny song, but we don't understand what the words are in that song. And
was that Lion King?
Lion King, one of the greatest songs ever.
All right.
The point I'm trying to make is you don't need to understand the words to like the music. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
That was the point I was trying to make.
Okay.
No, y'all didn't understand the point?
I guess.
I get it.
You didn't get the point.
I get it because it's the beat. It's the groove. I got stuck at
We don't know the words.
No, you did. Where did you pull that from? You do not listen to that song on a daily basis.
I didn't say I listen to it on a daily basis, but it is a classic. You know what I mean? It's a good song. We don't know the words to it.
So I heard he was going to be wearing a dress at the Super Bowl.
Let him wear a dress.
Oh, that's got... I can see why that's got some of the people going. That's
Come
funny.
On now,
Let him wear a dress.
Imagine being like a conservative, and having children. You just don't want your children to see certain things. You're trying to raise your kids in a certain way, and then you see him on live television. When y'all are playing when y'all are supposed to be watching a game that isn't involving politics, that doesn't involve all these different norms of society and things like that. I just want to watch the game. I don't need to see all that other stuff.
Got you. So you ain't got no control of your kids, is what all I hear.
So that's
man, my kid can't watch them on TV because he got a dress on. I don't want him to look at this, bruh. What? Then don't. Teach your kids not to wear a dress. This is perfectly what is him watching, him wearing a dress and your kid looking at him wearing a dress? What does that say? Nothing. Because as soon as you turn the TV off, you sit your kid down and go, hey, that was a good show. But in our house, we don't wear a dress, right? Because we're boys, right? We're boys. We don't wear dresses. But that was good, right? Good performance, but we don't wear dresses. That lets me know you have no control over your house, sir.
I have to give pushback to that because we talk about
not
how
you, Million, but
he doesn't have kids.
He don't have kids.
I don't have kids at all. But we talk about how hip hop influences our culture on a constant constant, and how we hear NBA YoungBoy on a day-to-day. Things that your children consume does
100%.
influence them.
100%.
So that's why this is an issue. It's like, I don't need my children to see that right now.
But to my point still, regardless of what you're consuming, you have that ability to sit your child down and talk to them. You can't argue with me and tell me you don't have the ability to sit your child down.
I don't want to hear it because I'm telling you, you've made this point before. Talking about hip hop and the music we listen to,
100%,
how it affects us.
100%. I know it affects
you can't use it at this point. Just turn off the music. Tell them to turn off the music.
No, I want my kid to listen to music, but I also am not going to be like, oh man, I'm going to teach my kid to listen, man. This is just music. Don't let nothing they saying in this rap. Don't let it. This ain't nothing real. And I'm going to show my kids the real. Like, bro, he really not living like this. This is what he really does in his everyday life. I'm going to teach my kids the realness of the world. I'm not going to hide my... Man, dog, dudes wear dresses. It's all good. Whatever. You ain't got to wear no dress. That's how I feel.
Well, we have eaten up so much time. We got two more stories. No. Because now y'all got to pick. We either talk about the elephant or the...
the elephant.
Okay. So we have to leave you in suspense of what the other story was. So, and I don't know why they sound so happy, because this was really a tragic story. There was a tourist who was trampled to death by an elephant at a national park in Thailand.
Oh, you want to?
So what y'all want to say? Oh, okay, I'll tell you the details.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, there was a wild bull elephant that killed that tourist, and this is actually the third human that this same elephant has killed. All right. This was a 65-year-old tourist. He was just trying to do some walking around the campsite he was in. And I guess the elephant is in the season of which they are a bit more aggressive because they're trying to get to the women, the female elephants. And so, yeah, he might have been a bit more aggressive, and he trampled that man. His name is Oyewan. And he charged at the man, slammed him into the ground with its trunk before stomping on him.
God.
Yes. So his wife was nearby when it happened. The park rangers frightened the animal off, and then, got the wife to safety. Everybody else was just, kind of shocked and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's crazy because it's the third time he's done this.
So is it safe to say that this elephant is a serial killer? Is it safe to say that the elephant is a serial killer?
I mean, technically,
low key, he is a serial killer, bruh. Like, that is why. Well, and also, when they in heat, man, you got to get up out their way, man. They trying to get their rocks off, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out, move, get out the way. You ain't even supposed to be. Well, I don't know why y'all still want to be in these animals' area. Y'all not supposed. That is their house. Y'all be in their house for no reason. Go on now.
My thing is, it says park authorities are going to meet to talk about what to do about the elephant. We're either going to decide to relocate him or change his behavior. Y'all should have been decided to change his behavior. Is that an option? That should have been option A. Kill number one.
Yeah, where y'all gonna relocate him to? Somewhere else to kill somebody else?
These elephants want blood.
Like, yo,
boy,
there's only one option. Find him a girl. That's the only option. Go find him some elephant girl.
Lock him up. Man, we gotta go. We got more Atlanta stories coming at you after this.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you're supposed to be in class, man.
Sing
Madonna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
You are watching Hot 97 TV.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest news stories across the city. I am your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's and Million.
Hey.
Boy, we made it to Friday.
We did.
Amen. Amen. Yes, it is February the 6th, and usually we start off this Black History Month with giving you 1 minute of Black excellence, but every Friday of Black History Month, we're going to hit you with a Black fact. It is Black Fact Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, so your Black fact today, presented by me, is that there are chains at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty's feet, and apparently it is a symbol of abolishing slavery. So you can see right there, there's a broken shackle and chain that sits at the statue's right foot, and then the chain goes kind of through the draperies of the dress there, and then reappears in front of her left foot, and the end link is broken. So you see that sitting right there? Yes. So it's dedicated in 1886 as a symbol that celebrated the Union's victory in the American Civil War and the abolition of slavery. Edouard de Laboulaye, the French political thinker who proposed this idea as a gift from France to the United States, was a firm supporter of Abraham Lincoln, the president, and his fight for ending slavery. But then after the statue was dedicated in 1886, the black press said, hold on now, America is still very racist. And they let it be known that racism and discrimination towards African Americans did not end with the Civil War or with the dedication of that statue. In fact, it continued on for more than a century. So as a result, the statue was not a symbol of freedom and justice for all to them, but of the bitter irony of America saying they were now a just and free society for all, when it really couldn't be further from the truth for all black people. So the real black fact is that the Statue of Liberty was the original gaslighter.
Black Fact Friday, baby.
Black Fact Friday, baby. Yeah, man.
The original gaslighter is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yes. Okay, so to get into the news, there's been a lot of conversation these days about what to do about people who have been in this country for decades with no problem, but they technically are illegal immigrants. Should they get deported? Question here is, what if they were also an Army veteran? Because we have an Army vet here in Georgia that's facing deportation right now.
Yeah, that's right. Godfrey Wade, a U.S. Army veteran originally from Jamaica, has lived in the United States for more than 50 years. Wade was detained by ICE following a routine traffic stop, and he has spent months in immigration custody right now while his decades-old immigration case resurfaced. He failed to appear for his 2014 hearing, and his attorney disputes that Wade never actually received a notice because he just I think it was something wrong with his address. So they're saying that he was supposed to appear for something in 2014 in regard to his immigration status, but he failed to do that in 2014. Mind you, this is a veteran, and because he didn't do that, he's now in immigration custody right now, DHS custody right now.
Wow.
What do y'all think about that?
Man,
That's wild because how can you still serve? How can you serve your country? And then they throw you to the wayside like that, like you just didn't do good for the country. Like
That's what I was kind of on the wave of. Like, if I gave my life potentially for this country, or I was planning to give my life for this country, if it came to it, I put it on the line at the very least. You gonna deport me for real?
Right. So basically what they're kind of arguing is like, yes, he did serve lawfully in the military, but later he lost his immigration protection due to his missed hearings and technical failures. So he had it at one point and missed it lost it because he had missed out on some hearings. So I didn't know that, you could serve for the country if he wasn't technically undocumented, but he was able, if you were technically not from America, but he was Jamaican and served also. It's still kind of sad to me though, because I'm thinking about it. It's like, why didn't you show up, dog?
No,
that's not the question.
That is
that's not the question.
It is crazy. It is crazy though that they will allow him like, hey man, you can go die for our country if you want, but it don't matter if you're undocumented or not. You can go die. But when you get done serving, make sure you go through the process of like actually becoming a citizen. Wait, what? So you just let me go out there, put my life on the line, and I wasn't a citizen, and it was okay for me to die for y'all when I wasn't a citizen but now that I'm done serving, I gotta become a citizen. I should have became a citizen while I was serving.
Listen, I feel like at that point, technically, if I get deployed, I should get at least an option to be an automatic citizen.
What?
You know what I mean? Like that should fast track me through the process because I was willing to die for you guys. You know what I mean? What else can you ask someone to do?
Dedication right there, bro. Like that's saying I'm America I want to be America all the way.
Right.
Like all the way. So I think it's really dirty. And they do this a lot with our vets. A lot of our vets, they don't treat vets like anything, man. They treat vets like dirt for real.
Yeah, also Key said, if you don't die, we're gonna detain you.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Wild, bro.
That's crazy.
I was thinking maybe we should have some sort of like thing in the army or in the military where if you are undocumented, you have to serve, and when you do serve, you get immigration status.
Okay, that actually might be a really good idea, bro.
The only argument to that, and I'm thinking like in loopholes, because laws always have loopholes. It's like it could be a threat to safety if this person was a spy or something like that.
True.
But at the same time, if they're really trying to be citizens, this will give them access to do so.
Yeah. So actually, we just looked it up as a team here. Appreciate you, Tommy, off screen. So apparently citizenship is governed by immigration law, not the military. So serving allows a fast-tracked eligibility, but the immigrant would still then have to apply for naturalization, pass background checks, complete the paperwork and the interviews. And if that process is not finished, then citizenship is not granted by default.
What? That's wild,
don't let me get caught up in no paperwork. Did I put my line on the line or not? My life on the line or not?
Yeah, and that is crazy that they will allow you to die for the country, but don't you just become a citizen right off the bat.
Fill out this paperwork real quick.
Hey man, you done did your 4 years? Hey, all right, come on down here. Do you want to become a citizen or not? Yeah, I do. Well, yeah, man, you got to do all this, bro. I just got shot for y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah. So his attorney is saying that he doesn't have any protection from deportation, so he's probably gonna eventually go through that process. And Wade's family has launched the Change.org petition and fundraiser as a deportation remains possible. So if you're trying to help this family out, you could go to Change.org and sign this petition. Look up Godfrey Wade.
Yeah, I just looked it up. There's apparently 1,330 verified signatures of people who are trying to keep this man in the country.
Right.
Yeah. He was another situation where he was brought into the country as a child, as a lawful permanent resident. So, for him, this is just pretty much the only country he's ever known. Yeah. So that's,
It's unfortunate, too, because I've been seeing, like, online people say Black people are getting deported, too. I hate to say it, but I didn't really believe it, and I'm seeing it right now,
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Well, we'll have our eye on everything ICE because we know we've talked about ICE coming here to Metro Atlanta. And so, we imagine there's going to be stories coming out of that, and we'll have our eye on them. In the meantime, I don't know what's going on with these kids, but police say that a former elementary student at Herds Ferry Elementary School came back to the school and assaulted multiple kids and a staff member.
Yeah, kids, I don't get why he assaulted the kids again, but the staff members, I still don't get it. But I'm gonna read you what happened.
Okay.
Fulton County Schools say it happened during recess on the playground. The suspect is now a middle school student, according to Fulton County Schools. School police detained the suspect on campus. Parents of the suspect were contacted by the school. Several students sustained minor injuries and were evaluated by medics. Okay. Now the school district has not confirmed whether a weapon was used. An active investigation into the incident is ongoing, and counseling resources were made available to students following the incident. Now, here's my thing. You really, and I don't know if this kid was bullied or not. I have no idea what was going on with this kid, but something had to happen traumatic to this child for him to come, or for them to come back to that school and to do what they did. All right. So it doesn't matter. We have to start internally looking at the kids at the school and evaluating what these kids are actually doing to other children, because kids are mean, man.
Oh, yeah.
Kids are mean. So for this child to come from middle school, a whole nother school, he done left his elementary school to come back, that had to weigh on this person for years or months after he left school for them to come back and do this. And then he remembered all of, bruh.
See, that's why I don't really know what's going on here, because if we're talking about you are in middle school now. First of all, how did you get out of class to get to the elementary school to do this at recess, which would say to me that this is at some point during school hours.
Yeah.
So somebody lost you, like they lost you, or your homeschool. I mean, I don't know how a middle schooler just surprised ends up at an elementary school, but like whatever, it happened. He gets there, she gets there. We weren't told if it was a boy or a girl from what I can see in the notes here, but student gets there, you're in middle school, you're older than all of them. You came back to younger kids to go do what? I mean, just to attack students and a staff member on the playground, according to police?
Yeah, either it was I always say it's two things, man. It's either bullying or this kid has mental disability. You know what I mean?
Now, I can't even say bullying, because as a preschool teacher, I mean, I dealt with 4-year-olds, elementary school kids, and even growing up in elementary school, everybody was cool with everybody. I don't feel like people started separating into their own little groups and started to be mean to other groups until we got into middle school.
I remember.
So
yeah.
how much damage could these elementary kids have done to you? Because you really don't start realizing bullying until you're like 12, 13 years old.
Nah,
almost.
dog.
In middle school, come on now, 6th grade, that's where all the bullying went down. It was not elementary. Elementary was a breeze. Elementary was a breeze.
How old are you? 25, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm 35, you're 31. Now we all went to school at different times. All right. These kids growing up way, way different than how we grew up, dog. Like they got the internet is at their, I mean, literally their palms. All of them got phones. All of them got Snapchat. All of them got Instagram. All of them got TikTok. They all want to be famous. They all want to be, I'm a Instagram celebrity. I'm this, that, and the third. They all got hottest stuff and all this stuff like that. So, bruh, they live at a different time. Yeah, it was probably not that big of a deal back in the day. We probably didn't make clicks and stuff like, bruh, these kids, I'm telling you now, bruh, when I go back to my mom's elementary school sometimes, those kids are very much so clicked up. Them little girls being their little cliques, them little boys being their little cliques. They be picking on. I had to stop a little boy one time for picking on a little kid for having bad shoes. So I went out, bought the boy some shoes, and then made the little boy stunt on the other little boy because he had J's and he didn't. I just did that because I felt it in my heart.
It was personal.
It was personal at that point.
Yeah.
But that happens though, Million. Like we didn't do it back when because we were so outside loving this and but nowadays, bruh, these kids are bullies and it start young, bruh. Hate to break it to you.
Bruh, not in elementary school though, bro.
Yes, it does. My mom works at an elementary school, man. Like I'm telling you what I see verbatim. Like when I go up there, I see it.
So then from somebody with your perspective, when you go into these schools, like can you see how a kid would come back to the elementary school? Because from where I sit,
100%.
it does seem like, if you've graduated on and you're away from the building, like at least, when we were coming up, it's like you go to high school, you go to whatever. Yeah, you still have some of the same people that you went to middle school with, but it's like we're anew.
For sure.
We can reinvent ourselves. You know what I mean? Especially if you're changing from one set of kids to another. To go back to your elementary school, you could see that happen.
1,000%.
That's crazy because I'm old. I got age on you,
bro. Kids are mean, bro. Kids are mean.
I'm just saying the rate of mean from elementary school is not compared to a middle school.
Yes,
dog.
it is.
No, it's not.
You're
These middle schoolers are really creative.
Yeah, so
As
is
opposed
elementary
to
school.
No, elementary school, they're still talking about boo-boo head.
No, they not,
big
dog.
head.
No, they're not.
Bro, it's like elementary. They really just don't know the world. They don't know how to roast. They don't know how to flame. It starts getting really bad in middle school.
Listen, what did you did daycare, right?
Yes, pre-K.
I'm talking about real elementary school from kindergarten to 5th grade. We're talking about 5th grade kids that know vocabulary very well. They're able to use phones and all this. Bruh, they pick up stuff and they soak in all of the jokes and this, that, and the third. Bruh, you can't tell me that these kids don't know how to roast. You just can't.
Personally, I blame every adult that has anything to do with these kids who are involved in bullying, because something is clearly wrong with this child. Like, something has been going wrong, that he left wherever he was, however he got back to elementary school to go and pick and assault, according to police, students and a teacher. Like, that kid needed some kind of help.
Yeah.
At some point.
And how much damage can a middle schooler do to adults? Like, how are
they
getting beat up? That's
the way
crazy.
I perceived it was that maybe the teacher tried to stop them, and then he just kept, or she just kept, whoever it is. I don't know, but that's,
But I'm also looking at it. I mean, 5th grade is 10 to 11 years old. That's the highest it could go. And mind you, in elementary school, they still make sure to separate. You're not intermingling with 3rd graders, 4th graders, unless it's on the bus or something like that.
Yeah, after school program you are.
I would like to see when we get more studies on this or reports on this, if the kids that he beat up on, what grade were they in? Because I can only see it really going down to 5th grade.
You'd have, so I assume it was 5th grade, because 10 to 12, if we're talking about 10 to 11 and then 11 to 12 for 6th grade, they're not that far apart.
No. Right.
And they were just in school together.
But that would assume that the 4th graders was being super mean, and that's even crazier. Like, I just
while
can't
they were in
see
5th grade, right. They
Hey,
would have
man.
been potentially. I mean, because we don't know anything about that. But speaking of crazy situations, honestly, involving schools, a family is suing Rockdale schools, claiming that a teacher bullied their child so badly that child committed suicide.
Yeah, so the family of Brandon Vargas, a 12-year-old student at Edwards Middle School, has announced a lawsuit against Rockdale County. Vargas died on October 22nd, 2025 from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to the family. Now, the family is saying that the 6th grader did this because allegedly, the student was dealing with humiliation by the teacher, by the math teacher, despite Vargas having no prior history of school-related bullying. So they're alleging that it was the teacher that was causing the bullying, not the students.
That's crazy.
That teacher would have felt all the wrath of me, bro.
Oh my God.
All the wrath,
boy,
bro. What? You bullied my child into him? What? You gonna have to see me.
Not only that, but apparently people who are representing the family say that the family tried to bring the concerns to school multiple times and nothing was done.
That's always what happens. That's always what happens.
Nothing meaningful was done.
That's always what happens, bro. They shrug bullying under the rug and they go, "Oh no, we'll fix it." Sweep, sweep, sweep. Hey, don't do that anymore. Hey, don't, bro. Y'all don't realize that is causing mental warfare with these children, man. Yeah. They don't know how to regulate their emotions well. They don't know how to take bullying. I could if somebody was to bully me today, I could take it and whatever, bro. Yeah, whatever. You're bullying me. I could care less. But as a child, you want to fit in so much and you want to be liked and you want to, bro. You are going up in this social meter of life. It's hard. It's hard, bro. So for you to, as a grown adult, to bully a child, hey dog, under the jail.
So this is also a middle school, which, like, to your point, is like the hardest years where you're kind of going through puberty. You're changing from that kid body to your adult body, and there's acne, and there's braces, and there's glasses, and there's, all this stuff that you're trying to learn how to be an adult kind of for the first time when you get to middle school. That's the first time you're not just worried about playing and, being outside or playing on video games or whatever. So the fact that, like, to your point, a teacher doesn't recognize, like, I can't be a part of the problem as is accused here, that would be insane. But I also think that our kids these days are very sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, well, that,
You know what I mean? Like
that as well.
It's kind of problematic in itself that our kids don't know how to withstand some of this bullying. And I don't want to put it on the victim, especially not in this case, because there's no excuse. If there's anything that this teacher has done that led to this, I mean, there's just no excuse. The district does say that they did a review and it didn't substantiate the claims that the family made. And they say that they've only gotten a demand letter, not a filed lawsuit, that the demand letter is financial damages, policy changes, anti-bullying enforcement, suicide risk training. But just in general, like, I think we really have to have a conversation as a community that we gotta boost our kids back up. I think the woke culture got a lot of people very soft in a way where so many kids are being taken out by their own hands because of bullying.
Yeah, and I get that. I get that kids are being taken out by their own hands by bullying, but this is from a grown man, though. Like as an adult, if it allegedly, again, we don't necessarily know exactly what happened here, but if they're alleging that it was a grown man bullying my
Was
child,
it a man?
Or a math teacher, I'm sorry, I'm already saying that it's a man. A math teacher bullying my child, regardless, that's an adult though.
Yeah.
A kid shouldn't have to go through something like that. Like I don't want to prepare my kid to talk back to an adult, like have to go back and forth with an adult.
Yeah.
Because I want them to respect an adult. That's one of the things that frustrates me. And as a former teacher, I'm thinking about it. I made sure to have clear boundaries because I understand that some of these teachers like to be funny sometimes, like to relate to the kids and have jokes here and there, but it's a boundary because at one point in time, you could get too friendly with the kids.
Yeah.
And when you get too friendly with the kids, that's when they start stepping over the line a little bit with you.
Yeah.
And then you gradually step over the line with them. You have to maintain that boundary. You have to let them know that I am the adult. I will respect you as a child. And that's one of the, if the teacher was actually doing this, I'm just like extremely disappointed in the teacher. Like for you to even have an allegation like this is like mind blowing.
Yeah.
And to your point, Lana, about how these kids are soft nowadays, y'all need to start bullying y'all kids at home. All right.
No, honestly.
Listen. I say it in a joking manner, but it is kind of serious, bro. Like, teach your kids how to joke on each other and joke and this, that, and the third, bro, to build their skin up. It sounds crazy to say, and it does, and it is, I say it funny, but teach your kids how to joke. Bruh, teach your kids how to like have that thick skin. Like build this thick skin on your child. Bruh, I swear to you, I never once took anything serious. I've been joked on my entire life since I was a kid. Nothing ever got under my skin, bro, really. Never been bullied, never really got under my skin like that because I got at home that same treatment.
Yeah.
So it was not anything bad. But I see what you say. I feel you where your what you call it come from, Million.
Right. You could build them up all you want, but again, that's a grown adult.
100%. I understand.
That's not excusing the adult,
No,
but
no.
the situation is what it is with children in general. Like this is outside of this scenario. Bullying is really taking people out, and we should always address the bulliers, but you also have to try to do your best to tell your kid, like, do not let them. There is no world where anybody says something to you and you should harm yourself from it.
For sure.
I would tell my kid, if you're getting bullied to the extent that you're going to harm yourself, I'll move us across the state.
Bruh.
There's no world. You know what I mean? So these kids, like, they just don't have really, like, I think a way forward in their minds. And that's where I'm saying we got to tell, like, it's not that serious.
Y'all are of an older generation. Y'all are built on sticks and stones don't break my bones.
Flat out.
It's true.
Flat out.
It's literally
words
true.
will never hurt me. Like y'all are built on being harder. It's like a harder generation. Y'all, social media is way worse than anything that y'all can act like y'all are gonna like.
Exactly.
Like y'all can say.
I had social media now.
Me too.
There was bullying on social media. You couldn't let it take
I had
you.
Facebook when Facebook first. Now I have MySpace, brother.
I'm saying the issue shouldn't be make their skin tougher and all this because again, there's no amount of preparation for some of the bullying that could happen to you.
So what are you gonna do? Like change the world?
Yeah.
You can't control anybody else.
Exactly.
But your kid, like, and how your kid can withstand this, because the world is what it is. I've had bosses bully the heck out of me. I'm supposed to go kill myself. I mean, you're not gonna get away from it.
Nah, it's everywhere. And now we're in a space where it's about to happen a bunch more.
My God.
You dig what I'm saying? So, yes, we do live in a generation where sticks and stone may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Because, bruh, words have never hurt me.
And what is the alternative?
Like, bruh, words have never hurt me. The only time it will hurt me is when you put your hands on me. And then after that, then we can talk.
Then it's up.
Yeah, but other than that, bruh, you saying words means nothing to me. Means nothing to me.
I think it got to be deeper than that. It has to be deeper than that somewhere. Like, it's because, again, people take things in differently.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't. There's no way you can just prepare somebody for something that somebody's gonna say. It's implausible, in my opinion.
No, you can. No, I think you definitely can. I've been
giving
prepared.
up.
Yeah, I've been prepared. I have been prepared. I'm not even gonna sit here and hold you. I have been prepared. I bet you can't say that to anybody in New York. Everybody in New York has been prepared for anything. They tough as nails. Tough as nails, bro.
Suicide rates would say differently, though. That's all I'm saying.
No, there's nothing. I think what you're saying has merit. Like,
Yes.
there's the bullying on social media is crazy. It does make the problem worse, but you can't, like, it's going to happen regardless. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So the only thing you can control is, look, my son, my daughter, no matter what you see, it literally does not matter enough to take your life.
Exactly.
Bullying in general has to be addressed as a whole other topic, because
Yeah.
why are all these kids like bullying people? That's etiquette. Adults don't get on social media and have good etiquette. Adults get on there and say, when we first started this show off getting bullied out the wazoo.
Flat out.
But it's like, what are we supposed to do? You're not gonna stop me from doing the show.
Not at
I just
all.
gotta take it on the chin and keep it moving.
Push.
So it is what it is for these kids as well. They're not being taught that. And to your point, we just looked it up. New York City's overall suicide rate is significantly lower than the U.S. average.
So just be meaner, react like New York.
No, you just can't let it phase you.
Yeah, New York. I'm not saying New York reacts anyway. New York don't react. They don't care. Like, them folks just don't care. Like, there's a lot of people that are just built differently. They're just built indestructible, bruh. Like, you can't hurt them. And granted, yes, things that people say might affect you, but I will never let it get to a point to where I'm like, man, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Because, dog, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and everything they said yesterday is going to be yesterday.
Not only that, but like, how old am I? I'm 13. You got your
Whole
whole life ahead. Like, whatever's happening right now literally does not matter. You know what I mean? Like, they even tell you your grades matter.
Yeah.
To where it's like, if you don't get good grades, you're going to ruin your life. That's not even true either.
Not true.
You know what I mean? Because you might have a talent outside of what the grades tell you to do. So I don't know. But I will say, like Miro said, New York is like, it's just too cold. We don't have time for it. Like, we just moving. So, also, Keys, you're from New York. You're saying we don't care, or we're going to come back at you with something funnier.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
I hear it.
But I will say, because the threat is what it is, there's a scenario where kids in Georgia may all have to walk through metal detectors in certain school buildings soon. This is what our lawmakers here in Georgia are weighing right now.
Yeah, House Bill 1023 requires Georgia public schools to use weapon detection sensors systems in certain school buildings, public school systems. So just be on the lookout for this. This is something that's they're trying to push through the Senate and the House. And we'll just have to see if it goes through.
Yeah, it's sad that it's come to this.
Right.
They've been doing this kind of since I was in school, like kind of floating these metal detectors around. But now, like, the situation is a lot worse with, guns coming into schools. So, we'll have our eye on that. And we have to go to a quick break, but we will be right back with more stories after this.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news, because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all. That's
Let's
it.
go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms, and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's gonna trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News Atlanta, and listen to this. 55 people just got arrested in connection with a drug ring accused of moving kilos of fentanyl and meth.
That's crazy, man. Yes,
Crazy.
So federal investigators arrested 55 people tied to a large-scale drug trafficking operation based in South Georgia. Authorities say the network imported drugs directly from China and distributed them across multiple U.S. cities, including Atlanta. This happened in Glenn County, Georgia. The operation had reached across several states. They call this investigation Operation Powder Island. All right. Now, this was led by the Federal Bureau of Investigation with state and local partners. Nearly 200 agents, deputies, and officers were involved. Now, they say the 55 people who were charged in connection with the drug ring, at least 48 arrests occurred Wednesday. There's one woman named in the indictment, and she has not been arrested yet. Now, here's everything that they were trafficking, all right? Authorities say suspects trafficked large quantities of drugs, fentanyl, methamphetamines, and MDMA. Drugs were allegedly shipped from China into the U.S. and then redistributed. Now, China is distributing drugs. I didn't know that they was really...
We are on attack.
I didn't know that.
We're attacked.
Wait, what?
I thought it was just Mexico that was doing all this.
Oh no, Mexico and China are the biggest.
China's coming through with the drugs like that.
Because they have the precursor chemicals that you make all this stuff with. And that comes down here and
they
it's
mix
put
it in
together
Mexico.
in Mexico.
Boom.
South America's got, just the lines and stuff, and then it makes its way here. Yeah, man.
Okay.
You don't want to do anything for best that you don't.
Nah, yeah. I wasn't gonna go. I wasn't gonna hit a million. I wasn't gonna hit a million. No.
So does it say what the demographic was of the 55 people that was arrested at all? Or?
No. It doesn't give too much information on that.
Would it be safe to say we deport them? You know what I'm saying? If they're not citizens?
Yeah, if they're not citizens, 100%. But I mean, I don't think all 55 of the people that were arrested were, not. I mean, it didn't say. I mean, it didn't say it all.
That's still crazy though. That China is actually putting their fingers. Wow. I was about to say
pause.
Wait a minute.
That was about to be wild.
You guys are so immature.
Are putting their hands in America. Wow, that even sounds worse too. I had to change it though.
I think they're just doing it for money. And it's not like the Chinese government. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, as far as I know, it's not the Chinese government accusing this. It's just from what I understand, at least from the movies that I always thought was just like, made up. But now I'm realizing some of this stuff has real roots. The Yakuza, you know how like even in some of these South American drug shows or drug movies, there will be some kind of interaction with the Yakuza. So it'll be like the Sinaloa cartel. And then like some people who are Asian will come in and they're just like, killing people and stuff like that. And they're also involved in the drug trade. I didn't know. I guess I should have known that it was kind of loosely based on real life. I thought you just looked it up.
Well,
Can you look up the
like,
Yakuza and see
I
if
thought that was Japanese.
Is that Japanese?
Japanese, yeah.
So then I really don't know. Oh, the triads. Oh, the triads.
Is
Chinese are the triads. You see those too?
So here's the thing I really am still perplexed about, and I keep asking this question. I didn't know Atlanta was like pushing this much weight through the city, bro. Like, I did not know. Like, I knew you got your little drug dealers here and there and stuff like that, but I didn't know that we was actually like, I thought it was just Florida right there.
Yeah.
But no, Atlanta got the packs.
They said we're the world's busiest airport.
What? Atlanta has the packs coming, bro. I did not know that.
And Atlanta, you can get literally anywhere.
You can.
From 20 and 75 and shoot, what goes all the way down to 85? Yeah. Like the 95 corridor, it all runs like all these roads kind of like map right here, so you can just disperse this stuff from Atlanta.
Yeah, I did not know that, bro. As I'm starting to read these more and more, I'm just like, wait a minute now, bro. We've been doing it like that now. Hold on now. I thought BMF was done. Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I thought that era was finished.
No, seriously. It's sad because it's like, man, this stuff can kill people.
Yeah.
But that's why my argument has been from the beginning, why do we have so many shows that glorifies this stuff?
100%.
In the shows and the movies about drug dealing, you're always rooting for the drug dealers. You're always rooting that they get away from the DEA, that the police crash and go over a bridge instead of getting to the bad guys. It's like that's the culture we're setting for ourselves. And then we want to say, people are doing drugs. People are addicted to drugs. Like, how is this happening? Like, it's on TV. It's in the songs. It's in the music.
True.
Yeah. We also got to just think, like, a lot of these drugs that we do have, like, it listed what? MDMA, fentanyl,
and methamphetamines.
Methamphetamines. I mean, those drugs, correct me if I'm wrong, fact checker, but those drugs primarily come from out of state. I like they have to come from somewhere else almost.
No, I don't think.
No,
no
you think you can make a meth? You can make MDMA at home?
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
Do you think you can make
Have
a
you
meth
seen,
lab?
What is that? Was it HBO? The meth show.
Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, of course.
They dang near taught you how to do it.
Yeah, literally broke down the steps of how to get it done.
I'm looking at it right now. It says methamphetamine and MDMA primarily come from global sources such as Mexico, China, Southeast Asia, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you think your homeboy is the one that got the pack on them? They're the ones distributing. They're just the middleman. They really the small middleman. There's big dogs in its other countries that's playing a part in it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But there's definitely people here that are making it though. I mean, let's not don't be discredit us like we can't make no drugs out here now, dog. like we don't know how to create drugs too. You know, not to say that that's a good thing. I'm just saying, dang, don't give China and all the credit. God, dog.
I'm not giving them credit. I'm just drawing attention. They're playing with us, bro.
Okay.
Well, it's getting in here at the levels it's getting in here somehow. So they've got to have some kind of collaboration, some kind of way.
Yeah.
Like I've said from the beginning, how did all these really harmful, dangerous, deadly drugs make it to the hood? These people in China don't know where the hoods are. How did crack make it to the hood first? You know what I mean? Like it had to. That doesn't even make any sense when you sit around and think about it. It's almost as if it were on purpose. You know what I mean? Like because the black community, when you think about the black community, the trajectory we were on was like slavery. We're getting up out of slavery. We got to bust up. We got to, get together. We got to get out of slavery. And then we kind of get a couple leagues from there. And it's like, okay, civil rights. We're going to get treated better. Civil rights. We have communities where we look out for each other. We did the whole Montgomery bus boycott for over a year. We said we are all not riding the buses. We are in leagues with each other. And then eventually drugs hit the hoods and now we're shooting each other.
Yeah.
Now we're killing each other. Now we don't trust each other. Now if somebody who's black, a black man, walks on the same side of the street as me at night, I might move across the other street and I'm black. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what's been beat into us. So it's like that. I mean, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Now, how did that happen?
Now, I understand that the government does play a part in that, right? And it's true. You're right. It does play a major part in that. But people are crafty. We just reported on a story the other day where Shawty was putting drugs in charcoal bags.
Yeah.
And distributing them out. Massive amounts. That's creative as ever.
It is.
So it's like, I don't know if it's just our government. And I guess we
said
would
it was
have
the
to
government.
see. Yeah. Or
I said
She
somehow.
She said somebody.
Somehow it got
Right,
to
she
the
didn't
hood.
even
You're
say
right,
somebody.
I give you
She
that.
said somehow.
Somehow.
I said somebody.
You ain't gonna get me.
My bad.
Fair. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just keep an eye on the other countries a little bit more.
Well, at the same time, it's interesting where we say like China's our adversary for, reasons not, unsimilar to this, but at the same time, everything is made in China. Everything is made in China. We trade with China out the wazoo. All our companies make all their stuff over there and send it over here because it's cheaper. So how am I an adversary when I'm literally I hate you? All right, now let's go ahead and do business. You know what I mean? How much I really hate you if I'm doing a significant amount of business with you. I don't know. I don't get that either, but we got to move on because there was an ex-jailer here in Georgia accused of having sexual relations with an inmate multiple times. So this actually happened down in Taylor County, if I am not mistaken. Yes, Taylor County. There's a former jailer who's been arrested, and the investigation started actually because they got a tip. So the sheriff's office got a tip alleging that a jail employee was having these relations with an inmate. So they went in there and did an internal investigation immediately. And they said that tip checked out. This man, I believe we have his photo, don't we? Yes. This is the suspect, and he is accused of having relations with that female inmate at least 3 times. So he's obviously now been fired, and it's been forwarded to the prosecutor's office for review. The case has. And obviously this is illegal. It is strictly prohibited under Georgia law, and it is a serious felony.
Yeah, man, I said this before and I'll say it again. Men should not be working in women's prisons. I said it before, I'll say it again. Men should be not working in women's. You gave a man too much authority over women, 1, that are broken, 2, that are all the way down on their luck, 3, that really don't have nothing else to lose. So if this dude is probably like, hey, I'll give you the X, Y, and Z for whatever. You got to do this for me. A lot of those women gonna do it. You know what I mean? They ain't got nothing else on the outside, or they ain't got enough money coming in on the inside, or if I can give her an extra tray or whatever the case may be. It's like, so I honestly think that men should not be allowed in women's prisons as COs, because a lot of them are freaky deaky anyway. You know what I mean? They can't control themselves at all. So it's like, you get them around these girls and with power, you're gonna get this.
So do you think it's the same way for like women that do it?
Nope.
That like women jailers for men's
nope
facilities?
Really?
Nope.
We've reported on a couple stories like that.
But I'm gonna tell you, but it's way less. It's way less for women to be COs in men's facilities than men to be COs in women's facilities. And I'm gonna tell you why. Women, a lot of women have self-control. But the only way it happens in the facility, if the woman, is down on her luck, like she ugly. I mean, in a sense, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. Y'all wanted me to explain?
You can't prove that, Dale.
Oh, I can prove it. I can prove it. And because a lot of those women aren't giving it up to those men, bro. No.
So no baddie prison guards that are women that work in a male facility could have been taken down by like a guy.
Negative.
You don't think the way I would see that happening is if potentially you have all these men, so suddenly all these people with these aggressive, masculine, testosterone tendencies are all behind bars looking at this one woman up and down like bait. To some of them, some of them are literally accused of taking it by force.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Who are in there. And what if they also had money or power or connections on the outside where they said, look, you're going to need to do this, or this is going to happen to you or your family, or this is what I can give you. I know you look a little broke to me. What if I could drop $1,000 in your mailbox? You know what I mean? Like, you don't see that happening that way?
Like I said again, down bad or ugly.
Oh my God.
Like, you're not getting no girl in there. No woman that has self-respect is going to ever put herself in a position to even be remotely persuaded by a dude in prison to do that. Like, bro, I've had family members in prison.
Yeah.
I've had stories, and I've always asked, like, yo, did anybody ever knock down a prison guard? And they always tell me, yeah. And I say, how do they look? And they always would tell me, I would never show you her. I would never walk around with her. Always. It's always a story. Always a story.
I'm actually looking up right now. Are there reasons given for why women want to be a correctional officer? Like, if there's ever been
the benefits can't be that good.
Because I'm curious, like, why would I want to even put myself in that position? It's noble, you know what I mean? Like, they need guards in a lot of these cases, but there are several reasons apparently. Okay, so job stability, good benefits, pay and overtime opportunities, career path into law enforcement, the desire to help or rehabilitate people, and I guess they may align with what the requirements would be, or just the kind of temperament you must need to have with what the job requires. So let's say I know that I am very patient. I'm very patient. I know that I have the judgment, the emotional intelligence, the crisis management to be able to handle all of this stuff, and I want to be able to rehab people. Maybe that's why women might go into that situation, because it's a good point.
I don't know, Dale. I think you're discrediting the prison guards. I mean, the prisoners at that point. Some of them might really have game.
But shut.
I'm just saying they might really have game.
Oh my
For
God.
you to, I don't know. I'm just saying some of them might just really have game.
What?
Some of them could be fine now.
I ain't say that.
Oh, yeah, you was.
I ain't say that. That's what Lana just said. I ain't say that now.
Wait a minute. Hold on now.
I ain't say that.
Some of them got some game. Hey, they can really talk you. They can talk you out your drawers. Now that's it.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's pretty much what you said.
But that's all I'm saying though. Like in this situation too. I mean, the dude that actually was in the jail with the women. It's like, couldn't you say the same thing for guy jailers? Can't you just say, hey, no self-respecting man would allow himself to get put in that position? Like, why are we just gonna sit here and act like it's only women that has self-respect and, control? I have control. They should have control. I don't think every man that works there doesn't have control.
Really?
I mean, I'm just saying that. I just don't.
Really?
Yes, I'm just saying. You think that lowly of men? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Men just got zero self-control whatsoever.
1,000%.
Dang. That's unfortunate.
1,000%. Dog, you're talking about giving somebody that power. Like a lot of those dudes have never had power before. You got to understand, man, a lot of these people get these certain jobs of power because they've always been picked on or they always been less than in their life, bro. That's why a lot of police become police officers. That's why a lot of ICE agents became ICE agents. That's why a lot of these people become these power positions because they've been nothing in their entire life. So this is their point. This is their point to be something, to tell somebody what to do. Oh, I'm finally can be the head honcho and I can be the big. Yeah, of course. So once you get that type of power and you probably don't get a lot of women in your average life, this is the best place ever for you.
And women don't fall into that category at all. There's no power hungry women either.
Down bad?
Golly.
Thank you.
What is with you?
That's all I got to say. 2 words.
They don't have to be down bad, but points were made, points were heard. There is another man in the metro accused of impersonating an officer to sexually assault a woman in Gwinnett County.
Yeah, this is crazy. A DeKalb County man is facing rape, armed robbery, and impersonation charges, all right? Police say he's pretended to be a law enforcement officer to sexually assault a woman at a Gwinnett County motel. I told y'all about the motels and inns. Trying to tell y'all.
Million.
Xavier Anderson, 31 from DeKalb County, located in Duluth. On January 4th, Anderson approached the victim and claimed he was a police officer. Authorities say he pulled out a gun to intimidate her. Anderson allegedly zip-tied the woman's wrist and covered her mouth with tape. Police say he sexually assaulted her with a weapon inside the motel room. Around 5 a.m., he left the victim with restraint in the room. He is accused of stealing her cash and cell phone before fleeing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's wild for that one, bro.
This happened at the Studio 6 Motel.
Studio 6 Motel, yep.
On Breckenridge Boulevard near Duluth.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Impersonating a police officer is crazy. That's already a federal offense right there, bro. Like impersonating police officer is a federal offense in itself. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a sick one.
Yeah, crazy, bro. Folks will do anything out here, bro. anything. That's wild. So,
but you know what? Sometimes he's ages 31 years old. Like now that I'm older, that's not that old to be doing stuff like this. Like what has gone wrong? Like I think when I was a kid, like when I was like, 15 or 12 or whatever, I'd hear 31 and think, oh, that's old. Now that when you get to be 30, you're like, oh, I'm still, I'm not, it's not that old. I don't know. It just seems like, what are you doing? Not that there's an age that you would think to just do something like this, but there's a whole young and dumb aspect to like 21-year-old crimes, 22-year-old crimes.
Yeah.
I would have thought this would have happened if you were just young and dumb, or if you were older and just like have nothing left to lose and you just have the crime life. Like you're too grown for this, but you're also too, like, what are you doing?
You also could have used the impersonation of a police officer to do way other thing, like way other things.
Well,
not anything, but I'm just.
True. I mean, I guess if you're going to impersonate a police officer, you could do many a thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all be taking my jokes to me. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying
you could have robbed a store.
You could have.
You could have pulled people over for no reason. What?
You could have. That's all I'm saying.
Why do you think like this?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. My brain.
You need to go to jail.
My brain needs to be studied for sure.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Look, whoever impersonates the officer throws in jail.
Yeah, 100%. Throw him in jail.
Needs to get thrown in jail.
Throw him in jail.
Yeah, man. And I wonder if they should get I wonder how they're received. Like, how they say officers in jail get terrible treatment and that people who abuse children get terrible treatment in jail and in prison. I wonder how people, like, if you impersonate the officer, do people be like,
Well, this guy did something terrible to a woman, so
that's true.
He probably will get his.
This is a side.
Yeah.
This is a whole other, because I would imagine if he's found guilty of this, I would hope actually that he has a terrible time.
He'll
in
get
prison.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
get
if this is
down.
true, because that's horrifying.
But a person that's impersonating a officer and then he goes to jail for doing like a regular crime, I don't know, man. They might look at you as like a snitch or something like that. Like, why you want to play a cop, dog? Like, you want to be one of them
to do crime?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe they might be like, hey, brother, how do you get into that? How'd you do that? Where'd you get your outfit from? You know what I mean?
You this
yeah.
from?
Where did you get this from?
That's crazy.
Hey, how about when you get out and we both get out of here? Let's be good. Let's be good cop, bad cop.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's
Then we go. Then we really getting crazy.
We're gonna move on. Before this gets weird.
Crazy. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay. It's the weekend, y'all. So Hot 97 Atlanta is here to help you out with some things to do in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. My bad. I was still thinking about the cop. My bad. I was still thinking about the cop.
Okay, hold on.
Go again.
It's the weekend, so Hot 97 Atlanta is here to help you out with some things to do in the city.
Yes, you dig. So look, this weekend's got some pretty cool stuff. 3 fun things that I think everybody should be doing this weekend. You got Atlanta Oyster Fest, which is February 7th, which is Saturday, which is tomorrow. Yes, it is back at Park Tavern in Piedmont Park, which is one of my favorite festivals to go to in the city. I love Oyster Fest. Bring a full day. It is 21 and up, but you can bring your kids as long as they have there with you. Rain or shine, it will go down at Park Tavern for the Oyster Fest. I love this festival. I probably will be there.
Hold on one second. So this is again in Piedmont Park. Do they have the oysters out just in the open?
No. Have you never been to Oyster Fest?
I've never been to this one. I thought you were going to say the one. I think it's in Cobb County, the one I've been to.
Oh, no, man. Oyster Fest is inside Park Tavern. So it's like this big, they buckets of ice with oysters. They walk around with oysters upstairs, but it's not like outside, but it's inside of Park Tavern. Like, you ever been to Park Tavern?
By Piedmont Park, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like inside of Park Tavern. Yeah, it's dope. It's super dope.
Because the one that I'm familiar with, they do a whole outside thing to it. Like it's in the restaurant, but then it pours out onto the street.
No.
Okay. Because there was an event in Atlanta. Man, it was in Midtown. It was in that parking lot. Like, that big parking lot when you're walking down, 14th Street before you get to Colony Square. There's a big parking lot they do events in sometimes. And they were doing like a crab.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, I do know. Yes, I do know.
And everybody's outside cracking crab legs.
That's how you're supposed to eat them.
Oh.
Outside, girl.
It's the most... Okay.
You ain't from the country.
No, I'm not cracking crab legs in the middle of the afternoon in a parking lot.
Oh, well, excuse us. Oh, my God.
It's like crab legs, like just shards of crab everywhere.
Delicious.
and people have to do it with their hands now, and there's porta potties, not like a nice hand washing station. So you just nasty looking down at me.
No, you just bougie. Anyway.
All right, whatever.
So tonight is the grand opening of F1 Arcade. I don't know if you guys know about anything about the F1 Arcade. It's a F1 simulator arcade. Super duper dope. I've been already for the soft opening, but it is tonight at the Interlock in West Midtown. Doors open at 6 p.m. Get there. It's going to be super crowded. I guarantee you. It's awesome. And then Saturday and Sunday, there is a Atlanta BrickCon.
Come on, BrickCon.
That's Saturday and Sunday.
What?
To celebrate everything Lego with female creations.
Do you need a minute?
No, I don't. Hands-on building zone, game speakers, meet and greets, and then there is a 125-foot Lego RC off-road course to race on. Super dope. So that is Saturday and Sunday, Atlanta BrickCon. Again, that's going to be dope.
I'm looking for the joke.
It's okay.
Did I miss it? Did I miss it?
No,
Did you miss it?
No. Hey,
Atlanta BrickCon?
Yeah, BrickCon. BrickCon. Hey, you guys go choose 1-3 of those. It's going to be, enjoy your weekend, though. I will be.
Oh, you're talking Legos.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
We got one more thing that's going on this weekend too. So
am I just like an upstanding citizen?
We'll tell you after.
Okay.
Right. Now this one is kind of weird. This is going on this weekend. It's a serial killer exhibit. It's going on in Atlanta. Yeah. So after drawing large crowds overseas, a serial killer exhibition is making its American debut in Atlanta's Pullman Yards February 7th. Now, some of the things that you could go there and see, you can see Ted Bundy's dental mode, Jeffrey Dahmer's glasses, John Wayne Gacy's typewriter, and Bob Berdella's bone saw. So they just collect a whole bunch of different artifacts, and they collect a whole bunch of different artifacts from serial killers, and then just put it out there for the people to see.
Yeah. So sorry. What were you thinking?
I was. This is what?
Well, because at Pullman Yards they do like crazy exhibits.
Yeah, Pullman
they got
Yards
some
tight.
real cool.
Yeah,
They might really do it big. But if you're confused about just like what y'all are thinking, that want like to go to something like this,
why?
I've been. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in Savannah. It's actually very interesting. It's like crazy to see people's minds and how they actually could go so left, and they're putting it out there almost like it's a documentary. So you'll start seeing how crazy these people actually were, their writings. I think at one point I seen some of the letters from one of the serial killers had peed on the letter, and so they had like urine on the actual note. Yep. I didn't touch it, of course, but it's there. It was just interesting. It's kind of interesting to see how left the human brain can get.
So that's what you be doing for fun out here.
Yeah,
huh?
we're gonna.
I guess
we're gonna take your black card.
It's not just me.
Black card will be taken.
It's not just me though.
You want to go see Ted Bundy's teeth with me tonight?
Man.
Look. The edition is 27,000 square feet. So
yeah. It's
gonna
the
be big.
largest version ever presented, in fact, with more than 2,100 original artifacts connected to over 140 serial killers worldwide.
I'm not the only person that was interested. That's all I'm saying. Dahmer was just hot news last year. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, that is going to do it for us, man. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, we got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all. That's
Let's
it.
go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. We're here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's gonna trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.